Well, we just had a 100-year flood here in Middleburg, Florida. Black Creek crested at almost 30 feet above its normal height. The last record was set in the 1920s when it was 25 feet. We've got a house behind us here, a 3-story home, and the water was 6 feet onto the second floor. This is a total flood disaster. First thing that I noticed walking into this structure is that all the insulation in the first level is rotted out and falling down. There's a tremendous mess, mud everywhere. So just initially it looks like an apocalyptic scene. Here's a nice carpeted stairwell going into the living quarter. It's coated in sand, and as I immediately enter this structure, I notice foul stench. There's already mold on the walls. I'm going to be wearing my respirator shortly. And here's what the kitchen looks like. Total disaster. 6 feet of water in here. You can see on the cabinets the water line. And a 78-year-old woman called this home, and she's hoping to restore it and call it home again. We've got a 40-year accumulation of personal belongings, and it's going to be a lot to clean out. All this stuff is going into the dumpster. So basically, Black Creek flowed through here. Here's a closet filled with items. Back bedroom, totally disheveled. The air in here is thick. Mold everywhere. It's all got to go. Flooring is piled up. Everything. TV, easy chair, you name it. Lifetime book collection, gone. So now the fun begins. I'm going to put on a nice high-tech 3M face respirator headlamp. My buddy Walter's going to be down below. I'm going to be up top. I'm going to be feeding all this debris, every last bit of it, to him on the bottom. We're going to put it in a dumpster, get it out of here. Then we're going to strip all the walls down to the studs. We're going to treat this place for water damage, and we're going to remodel. But right now we have clouds of mosquitoes, dust, rotten food, high humidity, no air conditioning, but I had a Hardee's biscuit for breakfast, and I'm going to kick some ass. So basically, here's the furniture on this side. Household, just miscellaneous. On one side, furniture and other belongings here. I mean, you wouldn't believe all the stuff. Basically, we've developed a system for getting this stuff down. This is one of the stairwells. We basically just created a chute with plywood. So here's the pile of stuff we're accumulating at the bottom of this house. Household goods, clothes, paperwork, rock collections, VHS tapes, family photographs, you name it. If it's in the house, we're just putting it up in a pile right now. We're going to get a construction dumpster delivered in a day or two. It's going to go right here, and then we get to move it again. Well, we're definitely getting into the nitty-gritty at this point. Everything on the second floor is totally waterlogged. Typically, a small single mattress one man can do without even thinking about it. It took me and another man of equal strength to barely budge this thing down the hallway and get it down the chute. And then you see it's on the ground behind us. Now we have to articulate it into a dumpster when that gets here. Every chest of drawers is filled with clothes and paperwork. It's all swole shut. We're sliding these things down the ramps where they explode at the bottom, creating another huge pile of mess. So this is going to be a multi-day clean out alone. All the carpeting is soaking, sobbing wet, and when I'm walking around upstairs, it's sending water through the ceiling on the lower level. So this place has really been hit hard. And for all you people out there, if you ever have to do this, you need a 2-cartridge respirator mask, and a good one. Buy the $50 mask. If you don't have this mask, At the very least, you got no business going in a flooded structure. The air in there is so freaking nasty that it's like breathing in mold with each breath. So anyway, for all you aspiring flood clean out people, this is what you need. So as you can see, the refrigerator has been taken out. It's now sitting here outside, and the flies are making a lovely feast of it. Here's her stove and dishwasher, and we have a very, very large pile of household debris that we've been throwing out of these windows. This is the contents of her kitchen and dining room. Lifetime collection of all kinds of kitchenware. We salvaged, as you saw, some of the good items, but most of it has ended up down here in this massive pile. And over here is cabinets and flooring. One of the exciting features about this property is all the large items have to be taken down this stairwell. I'm not sure how many times I've gone up and down this stair today, but I've certainly taken all the appliances down, that's for sure. There's more trash out here, but a lot of this is keepsakes. Part of this job has been working with the client very closely and trying to keep her happy. I mean, we're not just working on a building, we're helping this woman recover her life after this event. So here's what day 2 looks like, and pretty much got this place emptied. Walter got all the flooring up while I worked on closets and cabinets and everything else. You can see the floors are still very shiny and wet, and it's just going to take days for all of this to sort itself out in terms of humidity. My flood boy say to your flood boy sitting by the pile. My flood boy say to your flood boy, gonna set this shit on fire. Talking about hey now, Aiko ande, Shakamo fino anane, Shakamo finane. We used our chute a little bit today. Mattress got stuck in it. Mattress weighs about 300 pounds from being waterlogged. We'll deal with that son of a bitch tomorrow. So here's a shot into the kitchen. This was what I cleaned out today. Removed all the appliances. Every one of these cabinets was filled with glasses and plates. And down below here, there were just cookware of all kinds. Everything was filled with water. There was probably 70 gallons of water just in all the utensils. And here in the middle of the floor, the refrigerator was, and it had probably 200 pounds of water in it. We had to get it on the back deck, drain all the nasty water, and then take it downstairs with the rotten food. That was pretty exciting. Anyway, here's the keepsakes. You know, we've really been working with her. She's got a lot of nice antique cast iron stuff, crystalware. You know, this probably represents about 10% of the kitchen utensils and things that she had. The rest of it went out the window and smashed into the pile. Well, we're down here in the flood zone along Black Creek, and we are going back to work. Here's the flooded home, and not a pretty thing at all. As you notice, the driveway goes through a swamp. Gee, must be kind of a low-lying area. And there she be, the beloved jewel of our day. It's 0900, day 3 of the campaign. The mold has grown stronger. The rotting food more pungent. The leaves of flies are everywhere. We're almost out of ammo. Communications are down. We're not sure where God is. So we're at the end of day 3, and a lot more debris outside of both windows. As you can see, we're digging into the drywall now. All the appliances are out of the home. And as you can see, this living room has now been cleaned out totally, carpeting gone, drywall insulation gone from the exterior walls. Interior walls are beginning to clean out. We can now see into the dining room and the kitchen area. And for the first time, the air quality in here is really starting to improve. So we've just been taking everything to these 2-bedroom windows and shoveling them out onto the ground. Boy, talk about a window with a view. Here's that nasty laundry room. It's still very wet in here. This is the only time today I've been in the house without my mask. I mean, there is significant mold in this house. And there's different types of mold. And on the back of this door is this weird, looks like cotton growing off the side of it. Cannot be good. The rotten cat food in the corner. You could even see the spores in the air on the video. Pretty bad. So I'm getting out of here. Okay, so we're at the end of day 4. And here's that nasty laundry room that had the white mold in it. We're now making it no more. And as you can see on the wall behind me, the green mold seems to be transitioning into black mold. So, makes me want to play some Black Sabbath right now. Bow, 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 down, down. But I'm getting the hell out of here. It's Friday. And we've been working in 100-degree heat index weather this entire week. And that really sucks. I can say that. It takes about 2 to 3 times more energy to work in 100-degree heat index. The temperatures are going to be cooler next week, but there's a caveat. There's a tropical weather system developing right now south of Cuba, and there is a high likelihood of development over the Florida Peninsula the next 2 days. They're talking about a 3 to 8 inch rain potentially hitting here. We're not going to see another 100-year event like we just had, but we could see some local flooding. So this gigantic pile of shit that is behind me will soon be flooded. The rain prediction has come to pass, and looks like the property is flooded again. Well, the water up by the house doesn't look as deep as the water in the driveway, but here we are. So the only good news out of today is that at least the majority of the household items and interior wall features and whatnot and appliances are out of the structure itself, which has also removed a tremendous amount of the mold and moisture. So, I mean, I guess we could claim relative progress overall, but these piles of stuff, I mean, as I said, they're flooded, man. The stench of this property is really starting to increase. I can taste the air. I mean, rotten food, mold. The flood has now come in. 1,200 homes are just destroyed in this basin. There's a lot of pollution in the water. It's definitely very funky. So anyway, I had a strong cup of coffee. That shall inoculate me against all pathogens, because I believe in the placebo effect of psychosomatic suggestion. Woohoo! Got that going for me. You see this can floating, but what makes this can extra special is that there is a leech in the water that is captured by the can. I should probably inspect myself when I get home. Yes, this is a nasty deal, and I'm ready to get the hell out of here. Well, it's day 6. The floodwaters are still on the property quite significantly, but we've got enough shallowness. We can get our tools to the second story around the side here, and we're going to continue with the sheetrock removal. Got some more rain coming into the forecast, so just going to play this whole thing by ear. So the driveway is not nearly as flooded today as it was yesterday, but as you can see, the swamp is still rather prominent. Well, it's the end of day 6. We're pulling out, and the floodwaters have gotten deeper somehow. It hasn't rained since we've been here. We come out of the house, and the water is about, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches deeper than when we went in this morning. So we're not sure we're going to get out of the driveway or not, but we're about to try. Okay, so the floodwaters have increased, and doesn't look good. Oh shit. We kept our rubber boots on because we're not sure if water is going to come in the cab of the truck or not. Alright, we made it. country boy can survive. We learned from the homeowner that this lower level flooding is related to the tides, and right now it's a full moon, and we have some wind coming from the east, so that's what has caused this. We're also right now at the maximum extent of debris coming out of the house, as you can see from both of these windows. And my task for today is going to be to put all of it into this nice empty dumpster.
Hey, what are we, testing missiles here? We got our brush piles, we got our debris piles. You guys are work animals.
It was just brought to my attention that water moccasins might be present here and all this flooded debris. So that is something to look forward to. Some type of aggressive, venomous reptile may be part of my morning as well. Just one of the many benefits of this type of work. I got a pile of bullshit, I'm tired of dealing with a pile of bullshit, I'm tired of dealing with. Gonna need at least an hour in a hot shower from the pile of bullshit I'm tired of dealing with. Time to go into the house. Oh Lord, gotta navigate flooded appliances. All the maggots are dead. That's kind of exciting. We finally have the dehumidifier here, and the power's on. All of the sheetrock is now removed from the entire floor level where the major flooding occurred, and at this point it becomes just a remodeling job. Well, I'm proud to be a dumpster man, where at least I know I'm free. And I'm not sitting in a cubicle now thinking, oh God, why me? But you'd probably throw up if you were with me now. I'm glad to be a dumpster man. God bless this mess today.